What's up, folks? I'm Don. I'm smiling hugely. Well, first, this is Rockin' the Country. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I do reactions to predominantly traditional country music, nothing pop. And this is fun for me because I did a reaction to Brenda Lynn Allen's song. I took a flyer on her. I hadn't heard of her, and somehow I followed some kind of rabbit trail on YouTube. And I normally don't do that. That's not sort of how I find my songs. It's normally by request from you guys. And I don't know, I'm just on YouTube and I don't even remember where, but I see this pretty girl, the picture of pretty girl in the studio. And I listened to like 2 seconds of it. It's obviously country. So I'm like, I'm taking a flyer. Might be a completely unheard of artist. And it turned out that Brenda Lynn has a radio show, which I'm going to be doing an interview with her later. We're going to have a conversation that she's going to put on her radio show just south of Nashville in about 2 hours from the time of this recording. By the time you see this, I'll have done the interview with Brenda Lynn. But here's the dealio. After I did the reaction to her song, which I absolutely loved, I was really kind of spellbound by her voice and her presentation in the song. She posted my reaction on her channel, and all these people commented on it, right? Well, I decided, I felt like reading the comments once. I was probably watching a basketball game, and I'm like, let me just see what the people are saying about my reaction to Brenda Lynn. Well, of course, they were all complimentary of Brenda Lynn, rightly so. But a gentleman named Alan Mark Russell, I read his comment and said something like, congratulations, Brenda Lynn, so excited. I'm heading to Nashville to work with a very famous or very well-known artist who I can't say who that is. And I'm like, well, if he's going to work with an artist, let me see what his stuff is about. So I grabbed one of Alan Mark Russell's songs. It's titled Somewhere Someday. I don't know him. I don't know the song, but I'm doing this only because it's kind of fun that Brenda Lynn has led me now to Alan Mark Russell. So, oh, it's an official video. Let's see what we've got here.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know. I just gotta start over.
Nice hat.
I wanna go where nobody knows me,
What a voice.
where people see me as a stranger, where no one knows my past, a place to start over,
All had
a
that
place
thought.
to try to do better this time. Take me to a place where it never rains, where the sun shines all of the time.
He looks like he's living this, the way he's singing this. And that can be a hard connection to make, even when you write the song, because there's such, there's an expansive time in between writing the song and then you say, oh, let's do a video. And then you've got to sort of choreograph the video, how the shots are going to be done, and you've got to re-summon up that emotion. But when you write it, you can connect with it much more easily. I don't know if he wrote this. I'm going to guess he did. I don't know if he was living it, but these ideas just don't spring from nowhere. They generally spring from personal experience.
Where it's warm enough to melt the memories away.
That looks like Franklin, Tennessee.
I find my somewhere someday. I wanna go where I don't hear my name tossed about the gossip of this town.
Small town.
Someplace where I'm not looking over my shoulder.
I wonder what he did.
People that don't know who I used to be. Take me to a place where it never rains, where the sun shines all of the time, where it's warm enough to melt the memories away. I hope I find my somewhere someday.
That steel is really nice.
I know that money may not be the answer, but it seems like a good place to start. Searching for a place just like heaven, where nobody hurts,
Yeah.
nobody cries,
That'd be nice.
where nobody hurts and nobody cries.
Ah, shit. Well, that sure opened up a whole stream of thought right there in the end. He wound up in a cemetery where nobody cries. So it's like somebody passed away, but why doesn't he want to be the subject of small town gossip? Just because that happens to everybody? Well, he didn't say small town gossip, but that's, I mean, in the city, you don't have that kind of gossip. So it's typically small town gossip reference there. But in the end, somebody had passed away. He was sad. He turned the keys over in the beginning to the house. I got the sense that it was to his son, but I don't know if that was just a house sale and he was that was emblematic of him just turning the keys over, or if that was his son and he's like, I just got to go. A few open-ended, based on a first viewing of this, there's a few pieces open-ended to the story. The cemetery changed everything in the end. Otherwise, it's a story we can all relate to. Like, life isn't going well for whatever reasons. It's me, oh Lord type of deal. Probably somehow I screwed up. I just got to go start over where it's a beautiful, wonderful place where I could find external and internal. He's really talking about internal warmth. But yeah, it doesn't rain. The sun shines all the time. People don't talk about you. Just get me to start over. We've all had that idea at some point, like, God, where would I go live if I won the lottery, if I did this? And he did say that. It's not just about money. Where could I go if, what life would I want to live? And the thing is, no matter where you live, being human is hard. Being yourself is hard. Being around other people is hard. Physical issues creep up. Just the knowledge that we're going to die one day, that comes into play. That compresses the amount of time. We get about 80 years in this life or so, and that compresses the amount of time in which to get the things done that we want to get done. Then we have expectations of others. They have expectations of us, and then just multiply out the difficulties. And sometimes you think, God, if I just started over somewhere else, based on what I know now, I would do things differently. And that is true. That is one of the advantages as well as a disadvantage to getting older. You don't make the same mistakes that you did when you were younger unless you're an idiot or prideful or just have no social conscience whatsoever or no conscience whatsoever. But on the other hand, you're carrying along the baggage of the mistakes you made. And that's rough. But I liked his voice. I really liked the instrumentation. I liked the understated nature of the instrumentation in this song. So the story could be told. And that, to me, is probably the hallmark of traditional country music. Along with the storytelling, of course, you can't have traditional country without the storytelling. But it's that the instrumentation, the music, the production and such is understated. You know, rock music came along later and it was much louder. And I grew up on rock and I like rock and I like that. But, and now Nashville country's steady drum beat and it's a lot louder and, you know, guitar jam boys and stuff. And some of those songs are a lot of fun. But the hallmark to me of traditional country music is the instrumentation that supports those stories, does not get in the way of it. And when the instrumentation is done well, it actually accentuates the feel of what the artist is singing, what the vocalist is singing. And in here, Alan, I don't know if I would say Alan Mark, and Alan, should you see this, forgive me if you go by Alan Mark, but I'll say Alan. I know Brenda goes by Brenda Lynn, but so please forgive me on that. But Alan, if you see, you have a genuine traditional country voice. There's no mistaking that. And a great, great sensitivity to the song. It's not so easy to be walking down the street and singing into a camera. Because one of the things people forget, and sometimes I do when I'm seeing any kind of video of any kind, or even in a movie set where you see the actors, and in this case, you were staring into a camera while trying to retain the sensitivity to the meaning of the song, and you're walking down the street. Presumably, there are people on the other side of it, not just your crew, but it's just an impressive feat to be able to do that. Yeah, I mean, we've all had that idea of just getting away from it. Can I start over and get away from this pain? But the thing is, wherever you go, there you are, and you got to deal with yourself and other people, and you can make things better, but as long as the brain still works and you've got a memory of your past, that's what it is. I mean, we all have shame on some level. We all regret things we've done and said or didn't do or say and such, and that stays with us, and that informs us in how we want to be. Presumably, we get chiseled and become better versions of ourselves. And this song was a very good representation of that dynamic that we've all dealt with. But that cemetery in the end is throwing me for a loop. It just is. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I'm going to rate this song. And you can thank Brenda Lynn Allen for this. I am going to come in. Yeah, that was just a country song. I'm just happily surprised. I'm going to come in with a straight 9.0. I really like just that, what do you say, mature approach to a subject and a song like this. So there you go, folks. Alan Mark Russell, Brenda Lynn Allen. You guys are now a package deal in my eyes, even though it's not that way in real life. It's just conceptually, that's how I got Alan Mark Russell into the fold here. So okay, folks, have a great day. Leave your comments. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking it.